Welcome everybody to the January issue of the Flatcar office hours. We have a bit of a reduced attendance today because of the festive days, and we have actually a pretty small agenda, so more room for chatting and for getting feedback. I see a few known faces. I see Dongsu, Matthew, and Kai joining from the Flatcar team. But I also see a few new faces. Adrian, you've done some work in Flatcar, and I see Simon. So the thing that we'd like to do at the beginning of the meeting is please introduce yourself, and after you're done, you pick the next person to introduce themselves. Simon, would you like to start?
Of course. Yeah, I also intended the December issue, but I'm happy to introduce myself again. So I work for DeepL, and we are currently looking into using Flatcar. And yeah, we've made some progress recently, not migrating nodes yet, but currently working on on a few things that we still need to go ahead. But yeah, excited to be here and to hear what's new.
Awesome. Thank you for joining. So I guess Adrian's next.
Hello, I'm Adrian from Cloud-Based Solutions. I work as a cloud engineer and recently contributed a few patches for the Flatcar, like the kernel upgrade and a few more, let's say, middleware things.
Awesome. Great having you here. All right. Let's take a brief look at the agenda. As I said, it's pretty small today because we're only just starting in the new year. I'll still share my screen so you can take a look. All right, here we go. So we have the intro round. Great to see Simon coming back. Eager to hear about news on the adoption for DeepL. And we have Adrian, who did a bit of Flatcar work in the past. I think you're downplaying it a little because the kernel patches, the kernel work is pretty impressive. Thanks for that contribution. All right, I'll go to the news section first, and I'm seconding for Danielle, who usually leads this meeting. She's not yet back for the new year, still enjoying a bit of quiet time, and so I'm gonna cover her part. The first, just a few minor news items and random news items, what's happening in and around Flatcar. We were supposed to move to the new YouTube channel and didn't quite manage it yet because streaming isn't active yet. It's still being activated. That caught me by surprise today, but it's okay. So we'll move in for the January developer sync, which will be on the 23rd of January. Unrelated to that, and I'm seconding for Cyan here, who can't make it unfortunately today. There was some work put into adding a secure boot path for Flatcar, and we have a development build of Flatcar that is now able to do secure boot with custom keys, and we're looking into putting all the other bits and places. All the other bits and items in place in order to support this in regular builds and in production. Our first goal is to support full disk encryption using TPMs for security. And the last news is we have a total of 4 presentations accepted at FOSDEM. One of them will be me introducing Flatcar as zero-touch, fully automated operating system for running containers at scale. I think, Mathieu, you have 2 talks in FOSDEM as well, right?
Yes, that's correct. There is one talk about Cluster API, an introduction to Cluster API and some examples with Flatcar on OpenStack. And the second one is about the Flatcar release cycle to see how we handle the releases in the Flatcar team and how you can, if you want to give some help in the release cycle, or how you can keep in touch with the team.
Awesome. I was wrong. I just checked my notes. We actually have 3 talks accepted at FOSDEM and 1 talk accepted at Config Management Camp, right?
Yes, it's a small conference in Ghent, so it's really close from Brussels if you are around, and it's a really nice conference where you can talk about configuration management and I don't know, cloud init and stuff like that regarding the upside. And with Kai, we will certainly give a talk about not a talk, a tutorial about getting started with Flatcar.
Nice. All right. Just keep updating the agenda, fixing my little mistakes here. And then we have a new alpha release coming with a lot of SysEx bits in place. Kai, do you want to give an overview?
Yeah, so some time ago we started moving the OEM software integrations that we ship for the different cloud images from the OEM partition, where they were kind of unpacked binaries, to be system.sysx images that are overlaid on top of /USR, and this work is now done. So as a side effect, we get a nice AP update mechanism for this part as well. And another place where we moved things to be a system.sysx image is our inbuilt Docker and containerd binaries. So these are split into 2 different system.sysx layers, you can say, so that you can use the containerd thing if you don't want to have Docker around, or you can disable both if you want to ship your own containerd version through your own system.sysx image and so on.
Very nice.
And yeah.
I know that at least for the composable images stuff is something that we're very proud in the project, and it's nice technically, but I also know that a lot of users were waiting for OEM partition OEM bit updates, and we have that covered, and that's going to be shipped with the stable after the next one, I guess, and that's an amazing milestone as well. Thanks, Kai. Okay. Yeah, new major stable is coming as well. It's been pending for some time. So the current stable has aged well. We pushed back on a new stable in order to focus more on development, but we believe that 3760 will be a good stable. It's currently in beta. It's reasonably stabilized in beta. We don't see any issues on that beta anymore, so it's going to go stable. It'll be the last one where OEMs do not update, so it has some of the SysEx bits, but not all of them. And the stable after that will feature more or less all completed SysEx work. And that's all from the news side of things and from the main agenda. As I said, it's a relatively short thing. Everybody was enjoying their quiet time. And before we move on to the release planning, I just want to open the mic for questions and feedback. Maybe Simon wants to share something about the progress at DeepL.
Yeah, happy to do so. As I said, we haven't migrated the first nodes yet, which we are planning to in our CI/CD cluster, so in a kind of low-stakes environment first. And the main blocker for us at the moment was root disk encryption, which is something that we definitely want to do. We saw that there was some work from Krish, who I think is not here, from last summer making Tang and TPM-based disk encryption work in Flatcar. So we took that PR and worked on it a bit and actually got it to work in our own build, including root disk decryption and the init RAMFS. So yeah, I'm currently working on adding some tests to Cola, and then we are planning to open a pull request. And I'm sure you have lots of good feedback about how to do things properly. It's our first contribution to Flatcar, so we have no experience, but we hope we can help help it getting merged eventually.
Awesome. We are absolutely here for that. That is one of the main focus areas that we love to do as maintainers, basically help other people to onboard and to work in Flatcar. So yeah, absolutely. Please share, and we'll pull you folks in. That'll work.
Great. Thank you.
Amazing. All right. Simon or Adrian, you want to share like anything else that moves you with Flatcar?
Wanted to say that maybe some folks from Cloudbase will join you in FOSDEM too. It's one of my favorite conferences.
Same here, definitely. Yeah, FOSDEM's great. Nice. That's good news. Yeah, I mean, absolutely. If you're watching this video and you want to hit us up, you want to chat about like something, anything Flatcar related, image-based Linux related, you will find us at FOSDEM. So let's meet.
Okay, great.
All right, that's pretty much it. Kai and Dongsu, can you move on to the release planning? I'll stop sharing my screen so you can share yours.
Okay, let me share my screen. Is it already shared?
Yeah, it works. We can.
Yeah, it works.
So, yeah. So far, we had a new recent release in December, and since then, 3 or 4 weeks passed, and we are going to release new set of releases next week. So that is January 15th, and alpha beta stable. And as Tilo already mentioned, stable would be a new major stable, and alpha beta also like that. Alpha 3850, that would include a huge change, which is kernel 6.6, and that was possible because of the amazing contribution by Adrian. Thanks for that. And we are also get UERS included in the new alpha release, and we are actually going to use that binary. That this is the first time for us. Yeah, there will be also fun. And the next one is OpenSSH. So in December, there was a new set of security issues about SSH protocol, and that affects, in case of Flatcar, both OpenSSH and libSSH too. However, we already updated OpenSSH to 9.6 in our main branch. That will be included in our alpha version. But libSSH would need some time. Upstream does not have the fix yet. And the rest is about other minor security issues, which are still open. However, Krishmia is already working on weekly updates that should fix at least 5 security issues. And there is an also open issue about SSAIM agent. So I heard Matthew is going to work on the issue. That's it from my side. Any question?
Yeah, I think the release number of the beta is wrong. It should be 3.8.15, and I see it's 3.8.16 on the release planning board.
All right. Yeah. Let me fix that.
Just to be sure there is no confusion or anything.
15, yeah, 15. It should be 15, right?
Yeah, but the alpha of December was 3.8.16.
Uh-huh. Okay. Okay, let me fix after this meeting. Okay, that's it.
Awesome. Thank you for the update, Dongsu. And do you folks have any more questions or feedback before we close this meeting? All right, then thanks everybody for joining. Have a great time and hope to see you back in the developer sync at the end of January.
See you. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.